100 years ago, a journey from New York to London in our 7 hours would have been pure magic. Nowadays, we're all connected to each other, and not only in the physical world, but also digitally. Everyone can be reached at any time. But this achievement of the 20th and 21st century is not only a positive development, it also contains dangers. If all information is stored digitally, it can also become the target of attacks. Cybercrime, a big business. Cyber attacks target all kinds of data, whether private individuals, companies or governments. They all have stored the most important information digitally. The data can therefore almost be seen as a digital image of these groups of people. Any attack on this data can be considered a real crime. Data is the new currency of the 21st century. Hackers are therefore highly motivated, firstly to access this data and secondly to paralyze entire computer systems with malicious software. They steal credit card information, secret government documents and even steal the identity of their victims. The European Parliament states in a report that the global cost of cybercrime attacks can be estimated at around 530 billion euros. Cybersecurity, a topic only for computer science? One might think that these cyber attacks take place on a technical level, but the strategies of cybercriminals cover much more. They exploit the trust, helpfulness and lack of knowledge of their potential victims. Through interpersonal manipulation, they manage to deceive their victims, establish a relationship with them and guide their behavior so that they reveal sensitive data about themselves or the company or download malicious software. Through artificially created time pressure and hectic rush, they spread panic among their victims who in turn quickly react emotionally and unreflectively to what the hacker instructs them to do. Dr. Lange, which non-technical methods do cybercriminals use to get access to user data?
Yes, there are cybercriminals using different approaches to get access to user data or to install malicious software on user computers. For instance, there are phishing emails. So imagine you have your email account, you get an email, for instance, by your bank account, and your bank requests your user credentials, asks you to click on a link that directs you to the supposed bank's website. You enter your user credentials, but this website was actually just recreated by the cybercriminals to phish for your user credentials. So then they have access to your bank account and can do whatever they want with that. And it's really important to understand cybercriminals, to understand those approaches, to understand the psychological reasons for how those things work with users, what they are intended to do.
Data protection, a new approach. The user must be given the necessary technical knowledge and his awareness of strategies of cybercriminals must be trained. He needs behavior-oriented training on how to prevent these cyber attacks, how to better control his perception and attention in order to recognize dangers, and how to act in an acute cyber attack in order to avoid damage. In addition, the social manipulation strategies of cybercriminals must be exposed and analyzed in order to develop adequate counter-strategies. And finally, the technical solutions developed by IT experts must also be better customized to the end user. The best technical solution for securing data is useless if it's too complex for the user. Given these challenges in cybersecurity, it's obvious that the human factor must be given greater consideration. We need experts who provide psychological know-how that generates added value for IT security. And this is where our project starts, Cybersecurity for Psychology, in short, CySec for Psych. Saarland University, Tallinn University of Technology, Leiden University and CISPA, Helmholtz Center for Information Security, are working together to further develop the new field of cybersecurity and psychology. Dr. Wambi, what's the aim of this project?
In our project, CySec for Psych, we address 3 target groups: students, organizations, lecturers, or the researchers of scientific institutions. In order to open up the new area of intersection between cybersecurity and psychology for these groups of people, we have set ourselves 4 goals. 1. We want to establish cybersecurity as career path for psychology students through awareness-raising activities. Furthermore, we want to reduce the skill gap in the field of cybersecurity, creating ready-to-use teaching and training concepts as well as research and training agendas. In addition, we want to establish a network of cybersecurity psychologists across Europe. And finally, we want to develop a set of international state-of-the-art modules addressing educational and labor market needs.
The worldwide damage caused by cyber attacks is increasing every year. We therefore need new solutions in this area. And a human-machine interaction not only involves technical solutions. Cyber attacks target humans. The best technical system for defense can be circumvented if a user inserts a USB stick infected with malware into his computer. Let us start with developing new solutions. Let us start with CySec for Psych.